said that as an adult, you have to decide that this is the last time that these people will make me feel this way, and stand on it. And that goes for family, friends, or a relationship.
I definitely agree, because there comes a space where you become responsible for how other people treat you as well. Once you discover that you set the standard for how other people are going to treat you, interact with you, and respond to you, then you have your power, and then you can make better decisions. But after you discover that someone is a toxic person or a situation is toxic, it is then up to you to decide that this is not going to happen to me again. This is how you learn and evolve, so you can stop being in the same situations over and over and over and over and over again. Because you cannot run from yourself. Anywhere you go, you're there. Even if you're busy and you're not thinking about stuff, there are still things that you have to address and deal with. And one of those things is making sure that you are not being mistreated in interactions with other people. It's not okay for someone to continue to mistreat you and denigrate you and all this kind of nonsense. And so at some point you have to stop getting mad at them and start getting clear with yourself and understand why you continue to allow it. You know that this person is this way, so why do you continue knowing that this is the case and you are mad at them? At some point you have to be mad at yourself for not evolving past it. Now, what does that look like to you? Does that look like having a conversation with them and letting them know, all right, I don't appreciate this? Or is it separating yourself from that individual? What is it? But whatever it is, you also have to stand on it, because those people, energies, and things will wait in the wings, because last time you guys didn't speak, it didn't last, or last time you didn't interact with them, it didn't last. But you have to keep putting your foot down. You have to keep maintaining distance if you felt the need to maintain and create distance. Because at some point, you become the fool in the situation. At some point, when you recognize, oh, this is the situation, and you continue in it, it then becomes more like it's you doing it to yourself. It might not be a conscious thing where you might not know why you can't get out of this thing, but once you discover that you're in something that is not good for you, and you have to decide, am I going to stay or am I going to go? Should I stay or should I go? And then if you stay, you are responsible for what happens to you in that situation, and it takes time to make an effort to separate and really establish those boundaries, especially if you've been operating from like a doormat perspective, or somewhere where you were just allowing people to treat you any type of way while you were also treating yourself any type of way as well. So there's going to be some shifts. There's going to be people are going to have to move with the changes, and you're going to have to operate in a way that's different. But you are the only one that's going to fix you. No one, I'm telling you right now, and perhaps I could be wrong, maybe, but as history has shown, no one cares more about you than you do. No one is coming to get you out of whatever situation you're in. You have to do that. You have to do something. And hopefully someone will come and get you, but typically you have to save yourself. And saving yourself sometimes means separation. Saving yourself sometimes means boundaries. It often means boundaries. You have to have boundaries with yourself and boundaries with others as well. And maintain your boundaries. Now, of course, you can always course correct. You can always say, you know what? I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that. But some things just need to be what they are. And as the Indian monk, this is like Indian breathing practice, they say, protect your mind by any means necessary. Protect your peace by any means necessary. Point blank, period. Protect your energy by any means necessary. And that doesn't mean that means what it means to you, period. And that's what you have to do to thrive and survive in this place. And one day at a time, little by little, a little becomes a lot. The universe works similarly to compound interest. I always say learning financial literacy will also help you learn how this system operates. I've just discovered the more that I'm, learning and making an effort to understand that space, the more that everything else around me makes sense as well. So interesting. But the universe works in compound interest. So play with the compound interest calculator and you will see that at a certain amount, no matter how much you put in, the thing that makes the difference is the monthly installments. So what I'm saying is, like, let's say you're investing in something for the long term and your dividends are being reinvested as well. So you'll make significantly more money if you put like $500 in to start and like $200 a month consecutively year after year. Then I'm just pulling this out of the hat, so I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this math is correct, but the concept is correct when you mess around with it. So as opposed to if you put a larger down payment on and lower and less monthly things. So what matters is what you put in consistently, and when it comes to compound interest, that's where the real money makes a difference. When you play with the calculator, you see exactly what I'm talking about. And so that is also how this works as well. When you establish a boundary and you're very clear on what's happening, then it allows you to have more confidence in space in other areas. And at the flip side, if whatever you allow to persist in your experience will increase and it will expand. So it's not necessarily about the initial impact, it's about what that means over a consistent period of time and how that impacts you over time, right? So if you can get to the point where you decide that you are no longer accepting certain experiences, then it will change there's big changes that you won't even recognize. You'll start to notice that you're treated better because you expect higher of people. You'll start to notice that you feel better about yourself. You'll start to notice that you just are excited and thankful to be alive, even when things are challenging. It's a lot easier to be more grateful and graceful with yourself. It's a lot easier to do those things when you are focused on evolving, when you are focused on doing right by yourself. And doing right by yourself means not allowing yourself to continue to be in the same cycles of nonsense and non-growth. The same cycles, once you've identified the pattern of people mistreating you or you mistreating yourself, once you identify the patterns, little by little, you can address those things. You can start out one thing at a time and then you'll have success. Then once you conquer the one thing, you move on to the next. And you just keep your eyes and ears and everything open for a space where you can improve, because you will always be given another opportunity to do something different next time. So when you monitor how you behave, just think, what's one way I can do even better with this situation if and when it presents itself again? What's one way I can be even better next time? I learned that in sales. What's one thing you're appreciate and what's one thing that could be even better next time? So monitor your life in that way. How can you be even better next time? How can you be a better version of yourself right now, today as well? Because the opportunity will present itself. So if you always just have a baseline understanding that you are better and better, and you are getting better and better and better every single day, you are better and better every single day, you think better and better every single day, as long as you are in that space, you will find situations where you can grow and you will actively make better decisions. And it takes time, effort, and serious energy, and acceptance of what was, and that's what it was, but what is what you have now. And that's what matters. And as Dr. Seuss says, those who care don't matter, and those who matter don't care. So take that how you want it.